Okay, I'm live. All right. Hello, hello, hello. And happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Today at 3:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be experiencing the Leo new moon. Okay. And very this is a potent Leo new moon because it is opposite Pluto in Aquarius. And so Pluto is the planet of transformation. And so with a new moon, and new moons are all about fresh energy and intention. Opposite the planet of transformation, this is going to be a very powerful and life changing new moon. And so I want to get into it. I want to talk about how you can really use this new moon energy to stop performing, to stop really, you know, going through the motions and really step into your authenticity and your power. Okay. And so if you are new to me or to the channel, my name is Katrice, and I am the natal chart navigator, and I help newly divorced women to emotionally balance and recalibrate and heal themselves after divorce using their natal charts. Okay. And so let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, if you see me looking down, I have notes. I have my notes, and then I have some notes on the computer. I want to make sure that I stay on topic and on task. Because if you've been in on any of my content, you will see that I go on tangents sometimes, and so I don't want to go on a tangent. I want to stay on topic. So you know, that's what I'm doing. If you see me look now, okay. All right. So if you haven't felt it already, then you definitely will be feeling the energy of this new moon. Okay. So we have the sun and the moon in the sign of Leo, but we also have Mercury in the sign of Leo, and Mercury currently is retrograding in Leo. But just having all of that energy in the side of Leo, it kind of gives us this boost of energy. Like, things are gonna be. The sun is out. It's like we're coming out of Cancer season, um, and we're stepping into the spotlight, right? Cancer is kind of like Cancer energy is the crab, and so it's that emotional energy. It kind of retreats into its shell, and so now it's like the sun has moved from being kind of homey in the sign of the moon, the home of the moon, and now it's moved into its domicile of Leo. And so everything just seems brighter and fresher, and things are going to get a little more extra as the season goes on. Okay. And so, if you, one thing that I do want to really talk about is how, when you are once you divorce, right? And so you have a lot of there's a lot of limiting beliefs that you can sometimes have. Well, not sometimes, like you will have limiting beliefs when you leave, you get divorced and everything's final, or if you are in the process of divorce. Okay. A lot of times you feel like you won't be able to love again, or you'll never get over this. That was a big one for me, was that I'll never get over this. Or you feel like maybe you can't handle it alone, especially if you have children. You won't be able to handle this alone. And so what I really feel like this Leo energy is doing is helping helping us to come out of that self pity mode, and step into our power. Okay. I think I talked about this. I did a short, I think, about Jupiter and being in Cancer, and how we could use that energy to tap in to really emotionally heal and release these limiting beliefs, right? Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. And so it's really helping to release those emotional beliefs that we may have, that aren't serving us. And so to adopt beliefs that will better to serve us. And so um, I gotta stop saying okay. So now that so we're here and we're in Leo season, and we have Mercury here. Mercury is mental, right? It's our thought process, and so Mercury retrograde is giving us the chance to rethink some things. And this is a perfect time for you to start rethinking those beliefs. Okay. If you feel like, I'll never get over this, um, now's the time to start telling yourself, you know what, I will get over this. I'm stronger than this. This divorce does not get to hold me captive. I get to move forward in life. And I get to move forward powerfully. Okay. Um, with Pluto being opposite of this lunation, it is going to really reveal the parts of us that we have tucked away. Okay. It's going to show us our brilliance. It's going to reveal to us the dreams that we've been too afraid to say out loud. It's going to, the things that we've longed for, it's going to bring them to the forefront so that we can now really start tapping into those things. It's going to help us to shed the feelings, the shed away the things that are keeping us in the small, okay, keeping us small. Because Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun just shines, right? And if you know people who have strong Leo energy, they just shine. They don't attempt to shine. They just naturally shine, and they just naturally, get that draw in. Their brilliance, and people just naturally see them, right? They don't have to be doing anything, right? And so, this new moon is going opposite Pluto is going to have you to really understand where you have been holding yourself back, how you have been, keeping yourself small. Okay. And it's offering you the chance to get honest with yourself and to rekindle your connection to what brings you joy, to what lights you up. And if you don't truly know what that is, having Mercury retrograde in the sign of Leo is going to help you to figure that out. Okay. Now, depending upon where you have Leo in your chart, your focus is going to be different everybody's focus is going to be different. Now, I have it in my first house, and if you have it in your first house, then this is really shining the spotlight on yourself. This is really shining the spotlight on you and how you show up in the world, because the first house is the house of self. And so it's how you show up in the world, how you, what limiting beliefs have you had about yourself? Okay. There's a lot of key players here with this new moon that's also making it so powerful, because 2025 is a very transformative year. Okay. We have Saturn in Aries, Saturn and Neptune in Aries. Okay. Which is a sister sign to Leo. Okay. And so wherever you have Leo at, you're going to have Saturn and Neptune trining your Leo house. Saturn is all about structure and boundaries, and Neptune is all about our dreams and our it's all about our dreams and our hopes. It is illusionary. It can be illusionary, but having Saturn um, conjunct Neptune is helping to dissolve the illusion and for us to really bring our hopes, our dreams into form. Okay. And so, you know, that's why it's so important for you to say yes to what lights you up, right? So if you have it in your second house, then, you know, this lunation is going to help you to, you know, when it comes to your money, okay, when it comes to your material possessions, when it comes to, you know, how you feel about, um, how you feel about uh, money and things of that nature. It's going to really help you to get clear on that, right? If it's your third house, this is going to be a new start in your, you know, in maybe in your where you're living. You might, you know, decide that you're going to move, right? You want to change your neighborhood. Um, uh, that's something. Your fourth house, it could have something to do with your home, right? Your real estate, your family. Fifth house is your pleasures. Sixth house is your health. Seventh house is your relationships. Eighth house is your, it's other people's money. But it's also your traumas, okay? Now, eighth house, fourth house, and the 12th house, those are healing houses, okay? Those are the healing houses. And, you know, if you have Leo in your eighth house, this is going to be very powerful for you as well, because it is going to help you to deal with the trauma, to deal with everything that you have gone through within your marriage, right? So coming out of your marriage, and this, if you have a lot of limiting belief, or if you endured a lot of trauma in your marriage, this lunation is going to help you to release that trauma and start a new beginning. Like, you're really going to hone in on not focusing on, you know, the trauma that happened, and focusing on the future, where you're going, right? Because this lunation is a very future forward lunation, okay? This is all about you stepping into your true, authentic power, and not letting anyone or anything keep you from moving forward, not letting anyone keep you from what it is that you desire, right? This lunation is showing you that it doesn't have to be perfect. Um, Choose your passion over perfection. Choose love over fear, and and be confident from within, right? Um, in the title, I titled this, to not, to stop performing and step into your authenticity. Um, when you are, one thing that I found, when I was married, was that, and not just being married, but just in my life in general, I did a lot of performing, right? And allowing people to, you know, a lot of people pleasing, okay? Um, and so, you know, this lunation is really, I'm focusing in on no more people pleasing, no more performing for love. This is who I am. Take it or leave it, right? And I think that that is the whole, I really think that is the theme of this Leo season, for 2025, is a take me as I am or leave me, right? Mary J. Blige got a song. I love this song, Take Me As I Am. I think that's the name of it. Um, but you can take me as I am, or don't deal with me at all. right? But either way, I'm going to continue to shine. And I think that once you adopt that attitude of that, life begins to change because you stop looking outside of yourself for validation. You stop looking outside of yourself to for your confidence, for your inspiration, and you start pulling all of that stuff from within. And once you start pulling it from within, the outside then starts to mirror what you already feel because your external world is just a mirror of you. Okay. And so with this lunation is calling for us to get crystal clear on who we are as a person. Okay. And it doesn't matter whether you have Leo in your first house, your second house, your 10th house, or your fifth house. Um, Leo energy is that is that regal energy, is that confident energy. It's the strength card. Okay, if you're into tarot, it's the major arcana for Leo is the strength card, right? And the strength card, it is internal strength. Okay, because your strength is sourced from within, it is not sourced externally. Okay, and so when you focus your when you focus on your internal strength, you can move mountains. Okay, because nothing externally stops you from doing what it is that you want to do or moving how you want to move because you have sourced your strength from within. And so I really do believe that this new moon is giving the confidence. It's giving the setting the stage for you to tap into your internal strength, into your internal confidence, and to move forward. So it's no longer allowing what happened in your marriage to keep you stuck in a box. Okay, it's no longer allowing what happened to you when you were a child to keep you stuck there. It's a lot of healing. Leo energy is also a very childlike energy. It does correspond with the fifth house. It has the same significations as the fifth house. Um, and the fifth house is the house of children and play. And so, um, if there's things that happened to you when you were a child that you have not dealt with, this new moon is the perfect time for you to deal with those things. Okay. Journaling is going to be something that will be really big, that can really help you um, to really tap into that inner child. I don't specifically like have journal prompts. I pretty much just kind of sit down and I get quiet, and I just start writing. And as I start writing, it just kind of flows to me, and what needs to come out comes out, and I just start writing. But if you're somebody who does need a journal prompt, um, your prompt can be, where have I sourced my power away? Where have I given my power away? Where have I um, where have I people pleased? And just allow it to flow, right? Because this after this new moon, the 6 months following this new moon, if you really tap into this energy, set your intentions, really tap into this energy, um, life is going to be radically different for you. Your life is not going to look the same. Okay. If you are really serious about your healing, about moving forward, about letting go of what was and stepping into what can be, um, then you will definitely not look the same. Your life will be totally and radically changed, especially with this new moon being opposite Pluto, okay, in Aquarius. Because Leo is an energy that's kind of like a self-focused energy, and not self-focused in the sense that it's self-centered, although it can be, okay, can be self-centered. But Leo is a self energy, and Aquarius is an energy of the collective, okay. And so, you already see those things playing out with how Pluto being in Aquarius and how the collective is changing, right? Look on the world stage and how things are changing, and how people are, you know, saying to hell with the government, because the government just doing whatever the hell they want to do, and people are really getting more. They're moving away from focusing on believing what the government is saying, and really focusing on holding the government accountable, right, to the people, right? Um, and it's the same within yourself. Pluto is transforming that you have to constantly be performing, and you are tapping into your authentic self, so that your authentic self, how can you show up authentically, and it'll benefit the collective, to benefit the collective, as well as yourself. And so this is going to be some major transformation. Okay, so I really just wanted to get on and really just share how you can how this new moon is really going to be a turning point in your divorce recovery, because it's shifting your focus away from all the trauma and what he did and all of that there, and really focusing on where do I want to go from here, and truly tapping into your internal strength. Okay. All right. And so, found value in this live, please do give it a thumbs up and share it out, so that other newly divorced women can find value in it as well. Also, let me know where you have Leo in your chart. What house do you have Leo in? And now you can grab my free, you are wanting to learn how to use astrology to help you to navigate through the stages of divorce, you can grab my free ebook, Break Up to Brilliance, the Natal Astrology Healing Method. It's absolutely free. You can go click the link in the description of this live, or go on the channel homepage, and you can grab the book. And it's over the first 3 steps of the Natal Healing Method. There's 5 steps, but the first 3 steps are really key in learning how to use your natal chart and astrology to help you to heal quicker after divorce. And so it's absolutely free. You can go and you can grab that. And then if you would like to get a reading with me, an energetic calibration reading, you can also do that. The link in the description. All right. And so I want you to always remember that you are the creator of your reality. And so if you can see it in your mind, then you can definitely hold it in your hand. And that should make you smile, because you're the one that creates your reality. All right. So have a good one.